Welcome y'all, my name is FastFox90 and welcome to the first ever Minecraft Let's Play. This is going to be live, that's because I like to record this on stream and then download it for YouTube. Cause I'm not that famous yet. I'm not that famous where I can buy all those fancy things. And what I would like from Minecraft series is to talk about a lot of different topics, because I think Minecraft is one of those types of games where you can sit back, relax, enjoy the background gameplay, while the commentator, also known as me, commentates on things. And I think that's the more so the joy that comes from watching these types of videos. And that's what I want to take this time to do. I want to, discuss various topics, various serious topics. It can be very serious, it can be very fun. It can just be something about, say, my favorite movie, or... Hold on, this music is like killing my ears. Okay, that's better. Or it can be something as serious as race, or gender, or sexuality. I definitely want to use the Minecraft Let's Play as a means to talk about those types of various topics, because I think Minecraft fosters that type of interaction. And I think it's a perfect mode, especially for a live Twitch stream, because then I'll be able to read comments on from the viewers, and we can have like a back and forth. And that's really what I want the Minecraft Let's Play to be. Is something that I can interact with the actual viewers of Twitch. And also, I'll be checking comments on YouTube once I upload the video. So just to comment on people's comments and continuing that type of conversation, that discussion on whatever topics we're talking about. Going into it like I do have viewers. So I'll be reading comments, and hopefully with the type of topics I talk about, viewers can comment on questions they have, or maybe their thoughts and opinions, and hopefully we can have an intellectual conversation, a respectful conversation about those types of topics. And so what I would like for my first ever Minecraft, just because it's just getting started, I feel like what it would be most appropriate is getting started. So the topic on getting started on YouTube, why I got started on YouTube, and how to navigate those things, and how to make it your own, how to make it fun, and whatnot. So I haven't started a world yet, so you're going to join me in creating this whole new world, and it's going to start from scratch. So I think, again, very appropriate that the topic is going to be about getting started. So... Oh, sweet. So welcome. What kind of starting out point is it? Ooh, I like that. Maybe a little little island, Hawaiian castle in the sky. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I need a... Oh, come on. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get started, and then, Oh, already? Look at this. Is this like a little... a little cave or something? What is this? Oh, I don't like that. I'm scared. Alright, so... Oh, there's a lot. Oh, maybe it's not. It's not like a cave thing. Because I always remember that those were like where spawners would be. We're gonna have to bounce. I don't like where I'm at. It's a little it feels dangerous. So I need to get myself settled before I enter the topic of... Well, hello, piggies. Get some... I've always kind of liked the idea of YouTube. The idea that the community-based kind of modality of social media, where some random person can engage a massive audience in whatever conversation, whatever entertainment they provide. And I've always kind of respected that. My history with YouTube is I've always watched YouTube. I always like following people like PewDiePie, Ali, just for like different types of games. It's always nice to see like a new game come out and it's almost like you're self-reviewing the game when you watch someone else play to see if that's something that you're interested in. It provides a lot of kind of resources and just kind of information. So I've always liked that about YouTube, and I've always kind of flirted with the idea for a long time, actually, of wanting to start out my own YouTube. But I had no idea how to start. I don't know. Okay, first off, I needed to take a break, and I was hoping for some flatline. This looks like all incredibly hilly. I don't like this at all. So, yeah, we're not going there. So maybe over here kind of looks better. But where was I? I already hear a skeleton. This is not good. No, I'm not ready to die. That'd be embarrassing if I died on the first episode. Like I said, I've always flirted with the idea of starting my own YouTube channel. Oh, okay, so I like this area. I like this area. We might start a house here. Oh, it's just too dang hilly. I was hoping it wouldn't be this hilly. Even though that area looks cool. So I think this will be my home. I know I keep on breaking off from the topic, but the beginning is very important to start out with, so... Alright, so let's break some wood. Anyway, so now I'll go back to the topic, because I like where I'm at. Yeah, I definitely like this area. Yeah, this looks nice. Alright, so yeah, I've always flirted with the idea, for the 5th time, I've always flirted with the idea of starting a YouTube. And, you know, there's a lot of me holding me back. One, I thought it was a little embarrassing, the idea of a guy like me wanting to start a YouTube channel. It's a little nerdy, it's a little geeky, and, like, I didn't know how, like, it would, like, say, friends and family would respond to it. I thought they would I assumed that they would, look at me like, no, Alex, you're wasting your time, that's so stupid, that's a lame idea, and they would question why I would ever want to go into it, like, you're not going to be famous as PewDiePie type of thing. Oh, that was sad. Oh, no, don't attack me. No, get away. Are you going to attack me? Okay, toss on until attack. I'll take that, though. This is nice. I need wool. But, so I always had this kind of fear of, like, how I was going to be responded with, like, friends and family. They would judge me as, like, stupid. Not stupid, but kind of like a loser. I don't know why I associated, like, YouTube with being a loser. Maybe it was, like, oh my gosh, this wolf is killing these animals for me. It's great. But yeah, I never myself associated YouTube with, like, saying losers, but I always kind of, like, thought of it as a social outcast type of thing. And especially, I also didn't think, like, say, I'm the type of personable person, or I didn't think I have the right quality for YouTube. Say, for example, like, you know, PewDiePie's very energetic, and, you know, he's very animated. I feel you have to be very animated to succeed in YouTube. And the other half of it was just the anxiety of trying to figure out how to start a YouTube. That idea of starting a YouTube, of getting all the materials, like, that part of it was like, you're gonna spend all your money on, say, like, video games, camera, all this equipment, and you know, it's a waste of money type of thing. I felt like I was gonna be criticized. I criticized a lot by that as well, but also just, like, I didn't want to screw up. I didn't want to, like, buy something and then realize that was a dumb thing to do, and I felt like where am I? This is totally gonna get cut out of the YouTube video. But yeah, I felt like it was gonna be a ton of money. I wasn't confident in my ability to be successful. And a lot of things were holding me back. Mostly, kind of, like I said, what others would think of it. Would people buy into me? Would people like the content I would bring out? Would they like me as a person? And so a lot of those things were holding me back before. But then, as I was thinking of it, and at first, before like I ever sold into the idea of starting a YouTube channel, I did my research. I think it's always important to start your own research before you buy into anything, right? Even in YouTube. And so I was looking into it, and I found a lot of good, useful information, especially about like how to start it for free. And I was like, wow, that's great. That's exactly what I would want. Is I don't want to get too sold into the idea of YouTube and then regret spending all this money. I didn't want to spend, say, like $300. Even though that doesn't sound like so much, like I'm a little stingy, so that would definitely affect, especially the view from others saying like you wasted all this money on trying to be a successful YouTube star, and then you're just gonna quit because either you didn't like it or you weren't being successful. So, oh no, I need more dirt. But so I was trying to understand like, with the research, like how much would it take, and this was something I'd really be into doing. Would I have fun with it? And so when I was starting out, I didn't really know what I wanted to have the channel be like, and I didn't know where I would fit inside the YouTube world. Well, what type of kind of audience I was looking for, which I think is very important in figuring out before you start YouTube. What type of channel do you want? Do you want it to be like a PewDiePie, where you're just commenting on videos and basically a personality star, almost like I feel like it's like a Real Housewives of YouTube type of thing. What PewDiePie is kind of doing. So it's basically a popularity on solely based off a great personality. So I was like, do I want to be that type of person that plays video games and kind of over animates himself and basically I'm painting PewDiePie in a negative light, but I've always wanted to really understand what type of obstacles I'd be what type of obstacles I'd be facing when I started a YouTube channel. And so a lot of those things were affecting me. This idea of how much money I wanted to invest into this thing, where I didn't feel ashamed if it doesn't go my way, or if I suddenly decide like, this isn't for me. The obstacle of what type of YouTube channel did I want? Did I want something more entertaining? Did I want something more informative? Do I want the type of thing where I'm interacting with others, I'm playing with others, or do I even want to play video games at all? Did I want it to be a channel where it's kind of like a blog? And so I basically had to like sit myself down and think about those things. And when I did the research of like starting a free YouTube channel, that definitely helped one of the obstacles, which was, how much money am I willing to invest in it? And so far, the most I've spent on this has been, I guess, $80. And I have a big boy job. I'm living in the adult world, so $80 is nothing. I can get that, that type of money was never an issue. But I also wanted to be smart about the money. I didn't want to waste it. And the $80 has come from buying one game that I probably wouldn't normally buy, but I'm buying for a specific video. And the other buy is the PS4 camera, because what I'm doing, which I figured out through some research on YouTube, which, you know, and what I found was if you use a PS4 camera and then live stream it to Twitch, I had to start a Twitch account because I don't have a Twitch account. And is there? Oh, why, hello, Enderman. I wish I could kill you and get your Enderman pearl, but I hear a zombie too. Nope, out of here. I thought I could explore the world, but I can't. But so we're just gonna have to sit down until the daylight comes. But so yeah. So basically, if you live stream to Twitch, and then there's an option in Twitch where you set under the settings that you want your previous broadcasts to appear in your channel, so either other people can watch it if they were late to the party, or there's options under that channel tab where you can download the live stream, which I was like, that is great. That's exactly what I wanted, was to be able to download it. Another outlet is Share Factory. Under the PS4, I use PS4, and there's a free downloadable app on the PlayStation Store called Share Factory. And what you do is basically, you know, it's not a live streaming device. It's a recording device, and it's an editing software as well, which is a good editing software. It's just simple, and it's all that you need pretty much. And I primarily use it for Black Ops if I don't have the camera recording and I'm just playing for fun, and for some reason I have an amazing gameplay that I want to download and share on YouTube. So basically, if you press the share button on your PlayStation 4 remote, it will save the clip and you can download it from Share Factory, and you can, you know, edit it. You can overlay an audio commentary, which I have done, and it works very well. And you can delete some parts of the video, you know, restart, and it's just a great way and a simple way if you don't want to have a face cam, let's say, to put out videos. So I downloaded that app, and you know, you can instantly upload it to YouTube. There's an option. You can also upload whatever you edited or whatever video you put on there onto a USB drive, and I find that much simpler. Also with Share Factory, you can have a USB file drive and take videos from the USB drive and put it on the Share Factory and edit it from there. So that's one option. An option that I like to use more so is, hold on, I forget what it's called. Lightworks, actually. I remember what it's called. It's called Lightworks. It's a free downloadable software for the computer, and it's just an editing tool, and it's so simple and it's nice. It's a little confusing, especially if you want to like download the clip that you're editing. I think editing is pretty simple on it. It's pretty straightforward. I didn't watch any tutorials on. I didn't. What? Oh gosh, stupid zombie. I didn't watch any tutorials. I basically self-taught myself. The only thing that was difficult was learning how to upload what I just edited onto either a USB drive or onto YouTube. And there's an option that says that you can upload it straight to YouTube, but for some reason that does not work for me. And but there is an option where it says under the export, if you right click on the video that you just edited and it says export to media and it says YouTube, you go to the YouTube one, but you don't click on the icon that says upload directly to YouTube. There's just some file that you don't click on that option, and then if you just click start, it'll start uploading the editing, but onto your computer. So then you can go under YouTube, under your YouTube channel. Oh no. No, get away, go away, go away, go away. No. I don't have any weapons. This is it's very difficult to comment. No, don't blow up my house. Alright, that's fine, whatever. But yeah, then you upload the video once it's done downloading. Alright, once it's done downloading, you upload it to YouTube, and it's very simple. And even YouTube has a little bit of an editing software, and it's very easy. And I mean, once I started understanding that I didn't have to download straight to YouTube, I can just download onto my computer and then upload that file onto YouTube. That has been a lot easier for me, and I recommend whoever uses Lightworks, which I recommend Lightworks very, very much so. I need to get cobblestone, actually. I also need to get some tools. Oh, I need a, hold on. Oh, the reason why I couldn't, alright, I forgot, because oh. But anyways, so yes, I do like Lightworks. Sorry, I got distracted by the tools that I used. Oh, I need to eat. Oh, okay, that's not, I didn't know it. But so Lightworks is very easy to use, and it's free, which is amazing. And that's why the best part about it is that it's a pretty okay editing tool and to use on your computer. And usually editing softwares can go to like $200, so it's very nice, and it's usable. Where do I want to go to get this cobblestone? I'll go here. This sucks because on the PC you can, you know, on the PC you can understand the coordinates where you are, but not here, I feel like, so that also sucks. I don't know how to do it, maybe you can. But yeah, so Lightworks definitely is a nice thing, and you can also record audio over it, and it's very nice. You can get multiple files in it. There's another thing that if you want to do thumbnails, I haven't used it yet. I've played with it, but I haven't used it to create a thumbnail. It's called GIMP. It's another free software on the computer that you can download. Very safe to download, and basically it's a photo editing software. And it's pretty much exactly what you want it to do. It's great thumbnails. And it's pretty simple. There's tutorials on it. It's not that hard to navigate. I feel like anybody can learn how to use it. So that was another one. There's also, if you feel like you don't want to, say, use the PlayStation 4 camera, and you want to actually buy a mic, and then what you can use is Audacity, which is another free software tool, and you use Audacity to record your voice, and then you can change whatever the settings on it to make your voice sound deeper or higher or whatever. So that's a great one. I haven't used Audacity because I have the PS4 camera, and the sound quality is really good. I think the PS4 cameras, I've never had problems with it. And so when I researched those things, the Audacity, the free, because I love free, because again, I wasn't going to go into this, YouTube thing, like, you know, I'm not the type of person that'll throw money instantly at something that I haven't tried before. What can... Yes, okay, stop. I don't care. Stop it, I just want to play. Good gosh, I don't care. I should have turned up the... But, you know, I'm not that type of person that'll you know, throw money at something and without understanding if I'm really gonna enjoy it. Oh wow, 3. That was a fat pig. But so yeah, so when I saw that upon my research that you can do a YouTube channel, you know, pretty much for free. The only thing I bought was a PS4 camera because I like the idea of being able to live stream it and then download the clip and then put it on YouTube because, you know, I want to reach a wider audience. Some people might use Twitch, some people might just use YouTube, and I think, you know, reaching to both those audiences, it kind of, I like that idea. So when I saw that, you know, it got me excited because it showed me that, you know, I could test out YouTube without really any huge repercussions on, say, my wallet or, you know, or whatnot. So that was one part of the obstacle was financials. For me personally, financials isn't really that big of a deal, but I did not, like I said, want to spend so much money on something that I would instantly maybe give up. So that was one obstacle. The other obstacle was what type of channel I wanted, what type of person I wanted to be on that YouTube channel, and, you know, what type of response I would hear from it. And going into that part, I wanted this YouTube thing to be an experience. I wanted it to be a positive experience. I didn't want it to be a waste of time for me or for my viewers. So I told myself, you know, I wanted it to be meaningful in terms of I wanted it to be insightful. I wanted people to learn from it. I wanted people to interact with each other. I wanted people to grow with each other. And I think, you know, YouTube can be a great outlet for people to learn those things, because I feel like maybe, and I definitely, you know, wanted to use this to be a productive time of video games as well, because for me, I feel like I spend maybe too much time sometimes with video games. Sometimes I feel like play video games too much in my spare time instead of doing stuff I probably should be doing, say like going to the gym or you know, going out and meeting friends. Because I recently just moved to a new city, to a new state, and I didn't know anybody, and so a lot of my time would be playing video games with my friends online because I knew them. We already had an instant connection, you know, and we played video games that we enjoyed. So it was an easy outlet to fulfill that social aspect of me by just playing video games online. But I understood as well that you know, it doesn't fully satisfy the social need. It does, I would say, more so fulfill a more individual, personal thing. I don't think video games, especially nowadays, is really ever fully a social experience. It's more an individual experience because you're not really interacting with people. So, but I kind of tricked my mind saying like, oh man, I need to get another sheep or something to make a bed so I don't have to wait another night. Sheep! So I wanted the YouTube channel to be a learning experience of how to navigate those types of things, to learn how to have that balanced life that I feel like we all desire. And oh my gosh, please sheep, I need to find a sheep. I don't wanna, no, well, we can, my attacking? I can't even tell. Sheep? Is that a sheep? That's not a sheep. Sheep? Sheep, 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 sheep. Is that a sheep? That's a sheep! Run to it! But yeah, like I said, I wanted this to be a growing experience, and I feel like with that, with what I had, my preconception of what I thought of me playing video games, I wanted my video game experience to be more productive. I wanted it, when I played video games, to feel like, you know, I'm doing something valuable, because before I wasn't really feeling valuable. It was valuable use of time was playing video games. You know, it's fun, it passes the time, but I wanted something more substantial coming out of my life. You know, I mean, I have a job, and I wasn't really having a social life because of me moving, and I was a little anxious and shy about meeting new people and whatnot in a new city. So I felt like I wanted to, if I were to, you know, play video games, that it should be something more beneficial. So I was like, YouTube. I could do YouTube, and that's why I kind of revisited the idea of YouTube, was because I wanted my video game experience to be more, you know, valuable, like I said. Oh, thank you. This is a lot more. So that was one reason why I kind of revisited my past idea of wanting to start a YouTube channel, because I thought, you know, it would make my video game experiences, my video game time, more enjoyable, because I would find more value into it. So I was like, well, how do I make, you know, this value of video games by doing Twitch or YouTube more valuable? And I wanted to do this, and I remember I had, back in the day, a blog, a written blog. I don't know why I had to do this, but a written blog of, you know, an experiential kind of journey through life. I've seen this new kind of popular YouTube channel of the School of Life, and I've always actually said that there should be a class in like middle school and high school, or even elementary school and in college, about the School of Life, about how to navigate life, how to understand ourselves. So it's a more growing experience. Is that a horse? Is that a baby horse? Hi there, you're so cute. You're so small. But, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the written blog. Oh, because I was doing this, yes. Ugh. But, yeah, so I had a written blog of an experiential journey through life, because I wanted to have like the School of Life mentality of how can we grow individually and interpersonally in our lives, or interpersonally I should say, and intrapersonally, because intra means within yourself and inter means within others. So interpersonally and intrapersonally, how do we navigate life, and how do we navigate kind of the difficult things in life? And I use the blog as a way to kind of, you know, do a self-awareness journey, because I think a way for us to grow as individuals is to learn about ourselves, which is called self-awareness. We need to be self-aware. We need to have insight into ourselves in order to grow, especially learn about how we interact with others. I think that's a very important piece about how we become successful in the world. So that blog was basically me telling stories about my life, and how it impacted me, how it impacted others, and what I learned from those experiences, and how I use those experiences and what I've learned to move forward in life and become a better person. Because though I don't believe in perfection, I do believe that we should always strive to be a better version of ourselves. I feel like there's always room for individuals to always oh, this is dark. Oh, I don't like that. Should we use this as a? I can't see though. I need some coal. Anyways, so yeah, I think it's I've always felt like people should always try to better themselves and understand like the pros and consequences to certain dynamics and relationships. And I don't mean relationships just with a significant other, like a romantic partner. I mean relationships can be with a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a friend, a stranger, a co-worker. All those are relationships that we have to navigate in our day-to-day life. And understanding, what types of exchanges you come with, like in your day-to-day lives, and what does that say about you? Do you want to have that be said about you, that type of person, and what can you do about it? And I think there's always a way for someone to go about those certain things. And that's what I wanted the written blog to be about, was using my own experiences, using what I learned, and hopefully through my experience of my self-awareness journey, my kind of exponential process, I could use myself as an example for the readers out there to use for themselves. And I was excited in the beginning, but I shortly realized, which is why I'm worried about YouTube as well, I hated writing. It took way too long to write a blog. I took way too much time into it. I mean, I enjoyed kind of the product. I enjoyed the final product that I was spilling out. I was very proud of the work I was doing. I thought I did a very good job of demonstrating the goal I wanted for myself with the written blog. But I hated with a passion the writing, because I took way too much to edit, because I'm a terrible writer. So I would take a lot of time in editing what I was writing, and it just took way too much time. And during the time I was in graduate school, and graduate school, I was writing tons of paper that were that would be like 20 pages long, and I was just like, what, I don't want to be writing anymore. So I stopped the blog, and when I started thinking about my YouTube channel, I was like, and I'm wanting to make my video game experiences more productive, but also valuable to the YouTube world. I was like, I could just do that blog again, but I'll do a verbal blog about it. I'll do a vlog, a vlog. I need to find freaking coal. I don't know where it is. I don't want to go too far because I don't know. We'll just do one of these. This is my plan to always. It's like a breadcrumb trail. So hopefully that kind of shows like, hey, that's the way I need to go. But yeah, like I said, I could do a video log of kind of the experiential journey that I was wanting to talk about. And I thought that was a really good idea. I didn't know how it was going to I didn't know how it was going to translate. I didn't know if if it was gonna have the same effect, or if I was gonna enjoy it more or less than the writing. So this is just me starting out. I don't know. So far, I really enjoy the video more than the writing. I don't understand why is this falling? What is that? But I definitely enjoy it more, and I definitely like, I think, the more personal experience I'm getting. I mean, I haven't had any viewers or any comments, but I like the idea that I'm able to interact quicker and in a more accessible way to the YouTube world, or to the world, I should say, not the YouTube world. But so basically, that's what I want this channel to be. Oh, freaking finally! Was a video game series where I would basically do a school of life, a life school kind of commentary on how to navigate the world. Because I think the world can be a scary place. And I think, you know, throughout life, throughout our stages of life, whether we're a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, you're an 18-year-old about to go to college, or you're an 18-year-old about to enter the job world. Oh my gosh, where? I think this way, right? Okay, good. I'm already getting lost. Or you move to a new place, you're about to start a family, you're about to get married, you're about to get your first relationship, you're about to have sex for the first time, you're questioning, you know, you're at the point where you're starting to question things, whether that's something about yourself or about the world. You know, I wanted that through this video game experience, and I don't know where to go. This is terrible. I'm not really having any good luck with coal. Yes, alright. It's taking me forever to find coal. But, you know, so I wanted the video games to have that. I wanted it to be an educated kind of YouTube channel. And an education could be something you just maybe solely about video games. I mean, so far my videos have been about Black Ops just because I enjoy that, and you know, so yeah, like I said, back to the conversation. I wanted this to be something, you know, educational, whether that's just educating you about the game or educating you about life. And because I think we all struggle, it's struggle to adjust to you know, various things in our lives, because whatever point in our life, whether we're extremely successful with loads of money, or you know, we're just in school enjoying, you know, school, doing homework, we're always going to struggle with something, because new things will always appear in our lives. There'll be new phases in our life, whether that's getting older. Every stage comes with something new, and I wanted to take that time, you know, to teach, because I feel like I am fairly insightful myself. I am fairly educated within the field of life, and I feel like if I can use some sort of modality like video games where people just like to watch some killer gameplay. This is not killer gameplay because all I'm doing is walking around trying to figure out what I need to do. Which I'm sorry, I'll be better hopefully about commentating on YouTube and playing. But yeah, so I think it's always an enjoyable experience of watching someone. I remember my times back in the day with my brother, we would just take turns watching each other play video games, and you know, we didn't really have to talk, but sometimes we would talk about various things, and those were some of the better times I had with my brother. So I hopefully I can translate that towards this experience of Twitch and YouTube, where y'all can watch me play video games, and interact with you while talking about various topics. And that's one thing I definitely wanted to come out of this experience when I was thinking about starting YouTube, was I wanted to be very involved with the community. I wanted definitely to have some sort of conversation. I wanted some flow of dialogue with the community, not just about the video game, but about life, about the struggles that we all face and the struggles I'm facing, and how maybe you can use my struggle and how I go about it and my experiences with them and what I've learned to your own personal lives, whether you might be dealing with a very different struggle or maybe the same exact struggle. I think you can always take something and learn from it. And I would love to say that hopefully if you do learn something from me, you won't have to experience the same struggle if you haven't experienced it before. But that's probably not going to happen. You're probably going to have to learn best by learning, by doing, and by struggling through it. I think physically experiencing something is the best way to learn about it, to learn from your mistakes. But hopefully with this YouTube channel, you can understand how to learn from it. I think that's the most important thing, is to learn how you learn about something and how you can move forward from that so that it doesn't happen again. Because why would people want to be stuck in a certain dynamic, a certain struggle that just constantly reoccurs? So that's where I think about my YouTube. And when I started thinking about that, I really enjoyed it, and I started thinking, like, that's exactly like the type of YouTube channel I wanted. I want something where we could all learn and grow within each other, and also enjoy video games. It made the idea of starting a YouTube more valuable, more enjoyable for me, and exciting. So that tackled the kind of, what did I want my YouTube channel? I had to definitely sit back. I think I'm gonna go this way. There's a lot more cobblestone, it seems like. But that tackled the what type of YouTube channel I wanted. Because I didn't want it to be a waste of time. I wanted it to be something productive that could help the community. Because my profession and just my personality in general, I like to help people. I find joy in it, and it gives me some sort of self-worth. So it definitely ties into that type of personality I have. Oh, yes. Alright, so this is good. I'm getting back to a point where I'm feeling comfortable. Hopefully I can start going into like cave systems or start mining for things. But getting a lot of coal is a good start. But so that tackled that obstacle. What I wanted out of YouTube, what type of YouTube channel I wanted. And then basically how I did that was basically understanding who I was, what type of person I was. And that type of person is a helper. It's in my nature wanting to help people. And so the other part was, overcoming this weird anxiety about what people would think about it, what people, especially friends and family, would think of this idea of me starting a YouTube channel. And a lot of the anxiety was coming from like this fear of that I'd be criticized for like doing something so silly as a YouTube channel, that YouTube is kind of a dumb thing for a hobby. And I looked at myself and I was like, what is this idea of this fear of others judging you so negatively? And I've always been that way. I've always been a little fearful of what others might think of me. And, you know, I always felt like a people pleaser. And I never was really the type of person to please myself, you know. I always felt like thank you, good advice, Zora, you ignore the haters. And, you know, one thing I started realizing was like, the idea of people pleasing, always wanting to please others and not myself. And oh, bunny! Woo! Come here, buddy. Oh, you're so cute. Look at him hiding in the grass. He's so scared. Die, 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 die. Oh, he gave me food. Alright, so that was actually beneficial. Yes, Zora. Yes, I know the sexual implications of pleasing myself, but I mean it in the sense of doing things that I enjoy and not doing things that others enjoy. Because like I said, I'm a helper. I think the reason why I like to help people is because it's pleasing to others. People like being helped, but also people like to help. And that was always difficult for me to to understand was, I need to sit back and I need to have a balance between pleasing others. Again, I know the sexually implied, but also pleasing myself, doing things that I would find enjoyable, doing things that I would like to do no matter what other people think, because not everyone has to do what I like to do. And that was a difficult thing for me to kind of learn, was it's not that big of a deal to do things that other people might not like to do. If my friends don't want to say, I don't know, watch a certain movie that I would have to watch, I can still watch that movie. I don't need to. I don't know what you're trying to say, Zora. I'm sorry. Take requests and try to put it in your own ideas. Oh yeah. So that is definitely what I would like. Zoru Gaming is, I would like, to talk about topics that the community would like. I need to stop just running around. The community would like to talk about, whether that's something about sex, religion, something in your personal life, and then I'll do my own various topics, but I definitely want that conversation to get started. I'll go this way. This was very... Yeah, 118 subs, that's great, man. Or woman, I don't want to be sexist here. But, that's great. That's great that you have 118. I definitely would like to follow that same modality that you are, by just engaging the community in topics that I think are important. Hi, you're a guy. Okay. So welcome, guy. But this is exactly what I would want out of Twitch. Some sort of conversation about random things. Today it's going to be why I started YouTube and how to do it. So thank you for joining me. But so yeah, the idea of doing something I like to do individually, that some people, that I can call my own, that is my own, that I don't have to do it with others. If they want to join, that'd be great, but it's something that it doesn't have to be something. I'm not going to put so much weight into this idea that my friends have to do it. And I think that was a big step for me, because I think of myself, which I hate, and I've been trying to work on it, which I think would be in another YouTube video, would be learning how to not always be a follower, and finding that balance of learning when to lead and when to follow, because I think that's very important. I think we should always be given the opportunity to lead and be given the opportunity to follow. Because I think, you know, the reverse can also be as bad. If you're always leading, then that can be too much pressure and people start expecting things from you. So I think you need to have that right balance and that right type of environment where you can feel that you have this balance of both leadership and a follower, being a follower. So that took some insight. I need to find a cave system so I can start mining down. Maybe I'll just be near my little dirt hut and just start mining down, because I'm not finding much success of just running around. So might not be the greatest gameplay, but you know, whatever. Alright, Zoru, I'm sorry if I'm... Oh, thank you. But it was good talking to you. I enjoyed our conversation. And hopefully I'll see you in the next Minecraft. I'm going to do this more often, hopefully, especially with Minecraft, because I want to get this is going to be my topic conversation started, is Minecraft. So hopefully I can see you later. Yes, I am very philosophical. It's and I would say empathic instead of sympathetic. But yes, I would say I'm sympathetic as well. But I'm very emotional. I have a deep emotional intelligence. It's part of my job to be emotionally intelligent and philosophical. Not YouTube job, but my adult job. Thank you. I hope to see you soon. I hope maybe we can have some conversations on another video about something more serious than just starting a YouTube channel. But anyways, have a good day, man. What do I want to do? Hold on. Oh yes, I have so much coal. This is great. Alright, so that works. That works. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cook that meat. So, upon realizing that I need to start doing something that pleases myself, that instead of always doing things that seem to please others, and that was difficult. When I started thinking about it, I was like, what does please me? That was actually a very difficult thing to figure out, was like, what do I find entertaining? What do I enjoy? Because usually, you know, I have this laid-back personality of like, someone would suggest something, a friend would suggest something, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. And and I would usually gravitate towards people who have similar interests, and it's easier to follow someone that has similar interests as you. So basically, a lot of the time would just surround myself with people who had similar interests with me, and I would just follow them instead of me suggesting things, or being around people with differences, and we could enjoy doing those different things with each other. So, which I think is important in our growth and development, is learning how to interact with others who have differences and still be able to have a good and meaningful time. And so, I just realized this, and I'm 27, so that's a big, I'd say, insight for me, and a big growing opportunity for me is to learn more how to lead and not be such a follower, like I said. So I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm gonna figure out, you know what, I am going to go this way. I'm gonna go to, this is gonna be my mining spot right here. I see more coal. I'm like, it's so, alright, so this right here, yes, alright, yes, or this, alright. Sweet. We found our cave system. I'm using this as my cave system. And I'm going to use this dirt to say, hey, this is the way you need to go. Once I exit, yes. Alright, so no matter what happens, I'm using this as my cave system to start out. But anyways, so that was a big step for me to understand that I need to stop being such a follower, because I think I want to be more of a leader. I think it would help with me professionally if I started becoming more of a leader instead of a follower. It would help me within my individual life, so I don't feel so much pleasure or pressure of pleasing everyone and not putting pressure on others to do something or whatnot. Like they had to do the things that I would enjoy, or put pressure on them to figure out how to like things to do. I wanted to have more of that balance. So that was a big step. And so when I looked at YouTube and I said like, the reason why, the main reason why I was being held back of starting YouTube was because this was something I wanted to do, and it didn't seem like no one else wanted to do it. If one of my friends said, "Hey Alex, do you want to start a YouTube channel with me?" I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool." But I was like almost half waiting for that to happen, but I knew that was never going to happen. They have different interests than me. I have a different interest in them, and so I when I started realizing like this is something probably only I would maybe just enjoy, and my other friends might not enjoy it, but I'll use this as a test to say, what, that's okay if they don't want to do it. It's okay if they don't enjoy it. They don't have to do it, because this is something I want to do. This is something that would personally give me joy, and I want more of a balance in that. I want something that I can individually enjoy, but also, also have the balance of doing things with others. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be more proactive and wanting to do that. So I remember like saying, I think the person that I most worry about with criticism or like their reaction is my bigger brother. He's 4 years older than me, and he's always been a little criticizer, I would like to say, and I think that's where maybe a lot of the dynamic of, oh no, do I hear a skeleton? Oh, I hear a skeleton. Alright, we're just gonna be away. And I think just growing up, I was always a little afraid of him criticizing me, so I would always just follow his lead for the most part, and I think that's where that dynamic comes from. So I wanted to give myself a chance, and so I remember telling him, and it was kind of, I remember being surprised about how supportive he was over it. He thought it was pretty cool, and we play video games together, and he's actually in some of the videos. And if you can't tell why I might be fearful of his criticism, you should check out the videos, because we play Rocket League together, and yeah, he's pretty criticizing in those videos. I need to go back and sleep. It was shocking, the overwhelming support I was hearing from them. I was like, "Do you want to be in a video?" And he said, "Yeah." And like, and it was one of those things where like I'd ask just because we do play video games together, and I would like, I like our interactions. But if he said no, I could figure out another game. And I think that was a huge growing step in me. Oh my gosh, I could have died. Oh no. Did I just hear a bow and arrow? Was a huge step was in learning that it's okay that my brother didn't want to play video or to do the YouTube channel with me. He didn't have to. I wasn't going, ooh, cow. I might need a. Can I trap you? Oh no, screw it. No, get away, 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 get away. Alright, hold on. First, before I continue, I need to, No, cow, come back here. Cow! Stop it! Shut up, cow. I need to create this hole. I need to create my Edgar hole. But you know, he didn't have to. Like, I went into it not expecting him to want to do videos. I didn't, you know, I just wanted to tell him, like, hey, I'm doing this. If you want to, you know, just ask for permission. Simply just ask for permission, and, you know, but yeah, and he was actually very supportive, and he was very encouraging, and, you know, it just goes to show, you know, I shouldn't, you know, even though I would have every right to get, gosh, stupid cow, go, man. I probably had every right to assume that. Oh no, get away. No, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. I can't tell if I'm killing. Oh my gosh. Yes, I trapped a cow. Alright, so now if I can get another cow, then that'd be great. I don't know if, no, dang it. I'm gonna be trapped inside with this cow. So it was a really cool experience knowing that, oh, what up? What up? Skeleton? Jack Skeleton? Oh, is he rich? Okay, good. But, so, I mean, that was a good experience to learn. Was that, you know, just letting my brother know, and if not, that's cool. Wait, what? What happened to the cow? The cow just jump out? Go. Go. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be impossible. Come here, cow. Come here. Come on. No! Go. 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 Go, go. So that was a great, yeah, like I said, great experience to kind of figure out and experience when, oh, now you want to just climb up. Go. Yes. No. Go. Get in there. Yes. Oh my gosh, stupid cow. Alright. Now I got my Edgar cow. Oh, you want me to give the animal a name? Let me think. Oh, that was a cross shot. I will name, oh, there's a sheep. No! Oh my gosh, cow, I don't want to kill you. Nope. I need to get the sheep too. Alright, hold on. Alright, this is the, oh, what was that? Coward? Like the Coward the Courageous Dog? Have you seen that show? I do get it. Go. Go. Yes! Okay. That was an easy one. But anyways, yeah, so it was a good experience, like I said, to have that interaction with my brother and feeling that support, because I usually don't get it from him. But, you know, we all grow. You know, I was thinking of my brother. Oh, the cow. Yes, I understand the coward. Yes, he's going to be Coward the Courageous Cow. Hi, Coward the Courageous Cow. This will be... sheep. Is there anything with a sheep name? What, he's black. Maybe a black sheep. Black, Samuel L. Sheepson. We'll do it. Samuel. No! Morgan Sheepman. Because I love Morgan Freeman. Oh, Morgan Free Sheep. Morgan Free Sheep, that's it. Morgan Free Sheep. That is that sheep's name. Morgan Free Sheep and Coward the Courageous Cow. Oh, another cow! No! Let's go! Yes! Yes! No! I want you. No, stupid cow. This will be Colin Cowherd. If I can get him. No! Cow! Ah! Bye, Zor. No, go back this way, stupid cow. Yeah, like, I keep on getting distracted by Minecraft. But, And even my friends, when I told them, you know, I was very shy and embarrassed. Oh my gosh, they're stupid. I'm very shy and embarrassed when I was telling them, hey, don't judge. And, you know, I think me and my friends kind of have this ball-busting type of friendship where I think most guys have that friendship where you just break each other's balls, just like make fun of each other, but it's like in an endearing way, which sounds weird, I know. How can making fun of someone be endearing? But it was definitely the case with my friends. So I thought they were going to bust my balls, bust my chops, you know, for the fact that I was doing YouTube. But they were very supportive, and they've been in a couple YouTube videos as well. So, you know, it was nice to experience that. And I think, you know, learning how to interact in that way of, you know, going into it expecting like it's okay if they don't like it, or they kind of bust your chops, or they don't want to be a part of it. That's fine. They don't have to be. And you know, I was gonna make the YouTube channel with or without them, which sounds a little mean, but it's okay. You know, people need to have that balance of doing things that they individually like and doing things that others like. And you know, it's been great. Dang it, you stupid cow. Go. No, I need to get weed. That's why I need to. This is so difficult. Yeah, I need to get weed. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Do I have seeds? I know I have seeds in the, just need one seed. But, so it's a great experience, and I think that's definitely helped make YouTube more enjoyable, is the fact that I am receiving the support from my friends and family. And, you know, it's definitely helped with just the mentality of, I'm treating this purely as a hobby. I'm not treating this as a means to make means type of thing. I'm not doing this like a PewDiePie where I need millions of followers. I think that's the wrong way to go about YouTube. I think the chances of that are very slim. I'm doing this purely as a video log of helping others to navigate their lives, and I feel like I can provide some insight into that. And, you know, if I reach 5 people, or just Zorro gaming, or do I have my, yes I do, or, you know, 10,000 people or 1,000,000 people, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going this and seeking compensation. I'm seeking this just to help people, and, you know, I'm doing that whether or not I'm getting views or getting money, because, you know, someone out there like Zorro is going to randomly pass by, and they might learn something. They might learn something from my experience of just, you know, maybe they're, for example in this video, if they're being a little fearful that they don't know whether they want to start a YouTube channel, they don't know how to, hopefully with this video they start understanding, hey, maybe I can do it, especially if it's free. I'm not really going into it, or I'm not going to put so much pressure on myself to do it. Or maybe you have that similar experience of you're maybe a little worried what others might think. I do not know where I can make bone meal. Where is that? I don't know. I don't know where bone meal is. No, not there. Is it here? I don't know where bone meal is. I want bone meal. I don't know where bone meal is. Oh, this sucks. So maybe you have. Oh my gosh, come on. Jesus. You know what? We're just going back. I don't want to get some wheat. But I need a staircase leading up to this. Was there another shot? But figuring out those things even before I ever started the YouTube channel, even bought anything, it definitely has helped the process make this a more enjoyable experience. So for you viewers out there, if whether it's 1 or 5 million, I doubt it's gonna be 5 million. That'd be sweet though. If you ever think about starting a YouTube channel, think about what type of person you are, what type of YouTube you want, and how you can mix those things together. And understand what are the obstacles that are getting in your way. Is it something like maybe something interpersonally where you're afraid that is it something like me where it's financially you didn't know if you wanted to invest that much because you didn't know if you would enjoy it. Maybe it was something more you're a little anxious of doing something new and something you weren't very knowledgeable about, and you didn't know how to edit, you didn't know how to make videos. Was it something like you didn't know how people were going to respond to your videos? Those were some of the things that were preventing me. And then after reflecting, like, you know what, I need to do something that I would just enjoy. I want to do something that, like, it doesn't matter if people don't like what I'm doing. Where is a stupid... I don't know. I don't know where... I just don't know where to get bone meal. Oh, this sucks. Is this? Oh, thank God. Why is it so hard? But, is it something like those types of things that I've been saying? Is, afraid that you're not going to be good on YouTube. You're afraid of kind of like what people might think if you start a YouTube channel. There's, what is preventing you? And really sit down and think before you start anything. Like, is this something I can overcome? Like, is this something I want to overcome? Because, sometimes, oh, piggy, why? They're just feeding me animals. Alright, hold on, I need to be careful about this. Go. Push. Push. No, he trapped me! Alright, I need to make this bigger. Alright, come on, piggy. Nope. Piggy. Alright. Sweet. Now I got a pig. Now I need to get this sheep. Wait. I have wheat. Come here. Come here, sheepy. In it. Oh my gosh. He's so good. There we go. Now I just need to get this other cow. That'll be good. Hey, cow. Cow, cow. Yes. Come hither. Hither, hither. Oh, yes. So many cows. So many cows. Oh, I think that's just the other cow. Come on. In you go. In you go. No. Stop it. Go. Hey, cow. Cow. Can you not see because your head's stuck in the dirt? Come on. Get up. Come on. No, don't you dare. Don't. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get in here. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Stop it. Awesome. Alright, so I got all the animals. And I have a chicken over there, but where's this chicken? So now I can kill this cow for its leather. And, yeah, I think this is what the chicken was. Where was the chicken? I don't remember where the chicken was. So I made a hole for the chicken. Oh, it's right here. Let's see if I can get another chicken and get some incest going. Dang it. Alright, but this is a pot? Oh no. Interesting. Look like a potted plant. But anyways, for the 30th time, I keep on repeating myself. I know, I'm sorry. I'll be better about the flow of communication while I'm playing. It can be very difficult. Oh, I need a carrot. I lucked out on the pig being able to get him in here. But so yeah, really understand the obstacles when you're thinking about something going into YouTube, because I feel like it's a pretty big commitment. I found it to be a very big commitment, and it's time consuming. It can take up a lot of time. Editing videos, downloading, uploading videos, you know, they can take time, and I've definitely known that. And I've had a lot of obstacles just like trying to get it started. I've done a lot of stupid mistakes, like audio's not working, or you know, whenever my friends are playing with me, I want them to be a part of it, and they agree to they'll be on the live stream or their YouTube channels. Like they had to set up an option in the party settings when you create a party with them that says that they allow their voices to be heard on live streams. It's under the party settings. Make sure you go there if you're ever going to do it with friends. Party settings, and then through the PlayStation button, and then go to allow voice to be heard. And you can always do always allowed or only for this party. And then you know, that was another obstacle. I didn't know that, and then I wasted a video, wasted a lot of time. On a video that I couldn't put out. Or there's sometimes, like say in Black Ops, where I'm just having terrible games, like I can't put these out because I have some sort of high standard. So there are obstacles like that, but those are learning obstacles. So, you know, everything is a learning obstacle, and those are simple mistakes that can be easily rectified within the first error. So there's a lot of information out there that can help you learn to edit, learn to upload, learn to download, all of that. You know, those things are easy. I think the more difficult part is understanding what is stopping you from creating a YouTube channel. Is it something interpersonally, like my just anxiety of trying new things? You know, that's something that sometimes can be difficult for me, is, you know, doing new things, getting out of my comfort zone. And, you know, even though I messed up on a video, it doesn't really matter, because I'm not putting, and I think what's really helping is not putting so much weight in being successful, that I'm treating YouTube as purely a hobby type of thing. And if I'm successful, I don't care whether I'm successful or I'm failing at it, because I'm gonna put out videos no matter what, because it's also just for me, because I feel like I'm being productive with it, because what I'm doing is putting out material that I'm proud of, that is helping people. And you know, I know that also it's probably gonna be a slow process. I'm not seeking instant gratification towards the YouTube. I know that's a slow startup type of business, and you know, again, I think that goes with the whole hobby mentality, where it's just like, it's just a fun experience for me. I think I'm having fun with the editing. I'm having fun commenting, talking to random strangers, you know, and talking about cool topics that I feel are important to talk about, because I feel like, you know, the hubris in me, the ego in me, I feel like I am fairly insightful, and I have important things to say about a lot of different topics. So I think, not just keeping those things internally, but sharing them with the community through something that I love to do, which is video games, seems like a dream come true. So I think, if you start kind of breaking down those types of obstacles, those intrapersonal obstacles, those interpersonal struggles, like say the fear of what people might think, like with a brother like I had, or with your friends, or maybe just random YouTube haters, trolls on commenting, those things are working through, and it's also important to know, like, is this something worth trying to overcome? Do I want to be the type of person that when it's something difficult or something new that I don't try? Do I want to be the type of person that if there's negative feedback that I take it to heart and it prevents me from doing something that I would normally like to do it? You have to really think of those types of things and understanding whether it's worth trying to change those things about yourself. And YouTube could be an easy thing because it's not something you have to commit to. It's an easy test that you can do, and I think through those failures or through those successes, you can learn a lot about yourself. So I think those were kind of the things of me going into a YouTube type of world, Twitch type of world, that were kind of obstacles and kind of success stories. I've definitely used even just the beginnings of YouTube as a success story because I've experienced some new support that I didn't normally feel from friends and family. I'm not saying that they never do that, but especially in terms of things I thought they wouldn't be that supportive of. Or like the financials part, or like the just like the basic knowledge of how to edit. And I'm taking it slow. I think that's important, to take it slow and just enjoy the learning process. Don't put too much weight in failing, because there is no timetable, there is no deadline for you to be a success in YouTube. There's no deadline in having good content, because you are going to have bad content, you're going to have good content. So I think with that mindset within myself has been helpful for me, and hopefully you can take whatever I've said multiple times, because I've repeated myself multiple times, which I do apologize for. And I'll get better at it. Like I said, I'm going to put this out. I know that this wasn't the greatest Twitch/YouTube video because, I'm just here walking around, but it's a learning process. PewDiePie wasn't the greatest in his videos. I remember his little amnesia videos where it was just really, he was just very shy. He had terrible mic, he had a terrible camera quality, he had terrible audio. He wasn't really his animated self, and but now look at him. He's a $4 millionaire, I think, or something like that. I don't know how much money he's making, but he is a success. I'm not saying that's going to happen to everyone, but you have to start somewhere, and of course that's the bottom, and enjoy the ride. So I think, I don't know if I want to kill this dog. No, I'm not going to kill the dog. And so just some closing remarks. I think for my first YouTube video was what I wanted to say for this first YouTube video or Twitch video as well, was the idea of starting a YouTube channel, why I started a YouTube channel, and what it's going to be about. So I kind of went maybe too in depth and repeated myself of the reasons why I wanted to go into YouTube was because I wanted to do something I would enjoy individually, and not really put up so much weight on this idea of the response from others because it's something I would enjoy. So I always am a people pleaser, so I feel like I should take some time to please myself. And I think YouTube and doing that through games and finding something more productive within my gaming could be beneficial. So that was the reason why I wanted to do YouTube. And what's it going to be about is more so stuff like this, where it's a conversation of various topics that are important in our individual growth, our interpersonal growth, and just how to simply navigate the world, because it can be a scary place. And I started simply with a YouTube channel of how to do it. I've told you how to do it for free, which is by downloading Audacity. If you have PS4, do Share Factory. If do Audacity for audio recording, do a PlayStation 4 camera for recording and live streaming, and then you need to go through Twitch and download the videos and put it on YouTube. You can easily get Lightworks to edit the videos, or you can use Share Factory to edit the videos. You can also use GIMP, which is a Photoshop photo editing software where you can create thumbnails if you want to do that. Or YouTube simply auto-generates thumbnails, which aren't the sexiest, but I mean, you can definitely get that start like that. So that's the how, and I kind of went in depth with why and what. And going forward, I think ooh, yes. I don't have a freaking pickaxe, that sucks. But going forward, there can be various topics. I think I went in depth, but I also want, if you, the community, once I put this out on YouTube, I definitely want your feedback. I definitely want your thoughts and opinions on what I said, thoughts and opinions on the way the video was structured, thoughts and opinions on other topics you want me to talk about and talk with you about. And if you have any questions of, like, say, of things I've said, please feel free to comment. I definitely, that's the main goal, the main purpose of these videos, is for you to ask questions, for you to share your thoughts and opinions, and so that in my next video, when I do read those comments, when I do see those opinions, when I do see those questions, I can I can answer those, and we can continue that conversation. I don't want it to just be a one and done type of thing. I want a continuous conversation, a continuous dialogue that we can have. And I think that would be a more enjoyable experience. I mean, heck, I can't believe I've gone for 2 hours. This might be a two-parter. But so I mean, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You've learned something about me, about yourselves, about others, about maybe what you would want to do through YouTube, and hopefully you did learn something and you enjoyed this video. I know that a lot of the time was me just running around, and I do apologize. I'll be better about it. I'll definitely be better about it going forward, and hopefully I can be better about having some good gameplay, whether it me actually mine aircrafting. So, and it's, like I said, learning process. Now, I'm okay with this not being the greatest of videos. But I'm just gonna put the stuff. Oh, we're good. Alright. Well, that is it for today. Thank you for joining my first ever Minecraft video. I really liked it. I really liked talking about kind of my experiences with YouTube, and talking to you about kind of, how to start a YouTube, why to start a YouTube, why should you start a YouTube. I like that. I mean, it's definitely what I talk about. There is some little hiccups here and there just because it was I was getting very distracted and I was repeating myself a lot, but I think going forward, I don't think that would be a problem, and I'll be a little bit better about multitasking, those types of things. I don't know how YouTubers do it. I don't know. Ali can do like 50 million things at once. I think that's why he's so good at Black Ops. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Again, please comment on any thoughts and opinions you had on anything you've heard in the video. Maybe if you want, you don't have to share your own stories on, you know, maybe you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but you don't know where to start, or why haven't you? You know, share your story with YouTube, or share maybe a story about other things that you might have kind of seemed similar in a situation. Maybe you're afraid to try something new, and you're afraid of what others might think for you to start this new thing. Or are you a follower, or are you a leader, or what are some things that you feel like it's good for you to maybe work on, but you're a little fearful in trying to do, and what types of obstacles have gotten in your way in trying to figure those types of things out. So yeah, just share your thoughts. I definitely want that type of channel, and I will always kind of pursue that type of route. So, but I'm doing this and thinking that I'm gonna have listeners or viewers. So, but I understand that there might not be any. But if you do happen to view this channel and you see and you want to reflect on it, that'd be great. I would definitely want to continue that type of modality. But anyways, that is it for me. I hope you all enjoyed this 2-hour long video. That is ridiculous. I'm definitely gonna have to edit the crap out of this, but it's okay. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do YouTube. And please comment. I don't care if you like or subscribe, but please comment on sharing any stories you'd like to share, any topics you would like for me to discuss, or any questions you might have for me personally. I would definitely want to continue this. So thank you. Have a great day, y'all, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.